Why aren't there coffee shops designed for late-night socializing like bars? Back in the olden days, the Starbucks near me used to have comfy armchairs, little coffee tables, and a gas fireplace. They gradually replaced the comfy chairs with hardback chairs and tables. Then they got rid of most of those too. I guess they decided their business model should be to get people in and out, and not be a place to enjoy. There are still some independent coffee shops in my area that are pleasant to hang out in. Yeah, go back to 1995 when people actually socialized and hung out at those places. Back when you would have 5 or 6 friends who would all feel like doing nothing more than going to a coffee shop and lounging around talking about random stuff. 90s and early 2000s sitcoms where people just went to the same coffee shop or restaurant and hung out weren't lying. That's what we used to do. There were a lot of late-night coffee places when I was a teenager, and in my early 20s, late 90s series PS. People would hang all night just chatting each other up, meeting up with friends, playing board or card games, etc. I miss that. We really should bring back nighttime coffee places as an option for people who don't want to drink. They exist. I'm not sure how common they are, but I've been to one in Atlanta. My guess is OP is in US, Canada. All over Asia, you see coffee shops open till late night. It's pretty common for people to go there to have a non-alcoholic drink or a dessert. I was shocked when I moved to the US and saw coffee shops shut at 3 p.m. A lot of people don't want to drink caffeine at night. Because people want to go into those places, pay for one coffee, and hang out for 2 hours. The main problem is that how do you monetize this? You go to a coffee shop, how many coffees are you drinking? 1, maybe 2 at the most? So you've got a place full of people that have spent 10? How do you make up for that? Big cover charge? Who is paying a cover charge for a coffee shop? I think it wouldn't be profitable. Bars don't make money off people ordering 1 drink and staying 3 hours. Most people order 2-3 over that time. 1 cup of coffee or fancy juice is most people's limit, in my experience. These are known as third places, i.e. not home or work school, and it's a known phenomenon that they are dwindling. Google loss of third places or death of the third place to read more about it. This sounds like one of those things that people think they want, but wouldn't actually get enough support to be sustainable unless it was in a large city or college town. There's so much to do at home now, I couldn't imagine going somewhere to hang out, especially if it costs money. It would kinda have to for rent-paying purposes. I'd just go to one of those friends' house apartment. The cost per stool isn't high enough to offset the costs of staying open after hours. Start one. You might start a new trend. Retail space is so stupidly expensive right now that nobody can afford lounge space unless it has the ultra-high profit margin and overconsumption of alcohol. Many microbreweries and old industrial complexes are starting to get priced out of their larger, less lounge models. My wife and I have mothballed full business plans for combined coffee house brewery, full vetted recipes, equipment lists, etc. But it can only be viable in elbow-to-elbow sitting room, and that's not our jam. I can't imagine how a single machine coffee lounge like what I hung out in the 90s could ever survive. Because drinking coffee late at night feels like a really bad idea. Maybe you could create a place like this. Get your ideas together, figure out what you will need to make it happen, and try to find investors. Worth a shot. Many countries in Europe and South America already have this. There used to be 24-hour coffee shops when I was in college. They exist here in NYC. They exist. Example, Lestat's in Hillcrest, SD. I used to frequent that place since it's open till midnight. Edit, refer to another reply that says there's another Lestat's in SD open 24 hours. Places like that exist.